立ち向かうは地味猛量アッキラ説イナ7期の英霊剣豪参りましょう手段決画の試合舞台フェイトグランドオーダーエピックオブレムナント英霊剣豪7番勝負
That's a new thing. Oh, hey! An Avenger, you say? Can we grab... Oh, we can grab other people's. Oh, this is gonna be really silly. We can get BBBB. BBBB. Oh, it's gonna be extremely silly. Oh, I'm very happy. Okay. So then we'll grab... you. You'll be put up there. You'll be put there. I mean, I'm sure you want to see Musashi's animation, but too bad. We'll probably be forced to see it later anyways. So, we got you, then you guys, and then at the end, is there anyone else who can be helpful here? We can have an Avenger of our own to deal some big damage, or we can put in a healer type. Do we want guts or do we want... Okay, we could go with you, because then you'll get yours continually. We'll give you the Prismacosmos. And then you got... So you got that, you got that. Great Heroes were... You know what? I'm going to switch that out. I'll give you Great Heroes. You can get that. You can get Sure Hit. Oh, that's why I was going to say, there's one point where it looked like he did get with the Sure Hit, so that's good. And then that for you. Okay. I'm getting text messages. I'm going to go grab my phone and also run to the bathroom. So there'll be a cut here, but it'll still continue. So you'll see it in a second. All right, here we go. Avenger, more like Deadvenger. Let's get started. Now, you are the regular BB, right? Yeah. So your kit, I need to take a look at. Removing debuffs, remove invincible, C-star up. Okay. And restore HP. So that's what we're doing. That's our plan. We have 2 BBs and a MASH to do the good stuff. And honestly, I don't even need this right now. So let's switch on over to this so we get more Spiritron transfers and shuffle attempts. So let's do this. If I can get a hand of all blues, I can lock that too, and that'll be real good. The time is at hand. In a few minutes, Tokei Castle will become a castle of Edo, a manifestation of the impure land, ready to curse all that the Tokugawa hold dear. Even the Master of Chaldea that Lord Satan was so afraid of has turned out to be no threat at all. Now then, are you ready to die, Kiyohime? Who are you people? What a great view. The weather was nicer. I bet I could see all the way to Mount Fuji from here. Lord Muramasa, the princess is safe. Are you two with Lady Musashi and Lord Tanner? Yes, we are. Everything will be okay now, princess. Why are you here, you cretins? You can't figure it out. We're here to take down the mastermind behind this whole mess. By the way, we've never met before, have we? Of course not. Is that a reference to the Shiro and Shiro? What's your name, mastermind? I'd like to know who I'm going to kill before I get to killing them. I believe this man's name is Amakusa Shiro Tokisada. Huh? Oh, so you know my face, Fumakotaro. Then you must have seen Amakusa Shiro's heroic spirit in the correct history. No, on second thought, there's no sense asking. If my heroic spirit would stand with humanity, he and I are nothing alike. I think he would meekly sidle into his spot into the throne of heroes instead of burning with fury after undergoing the hell that was Shimabara. What a joke. Was Muramasa's over the name Shiro? I think that's funny. Laugh all you like. You're far from the only heroic spirit who burns with fury. Surely you know that from the heroic spirit swordmasters you led. I guess you can never understand. Oh, I see. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? I finally figured out why I was summoned to this version of Shimousa. It's all your fault, Amakusa. You've got so much baggage that you ended up becoming a world crosser, or mobile singularity, or whatever they call it. Now you pose a threat to the entire world, so either the world itself, or the counterforce, or... This is such a pain, I still don't really get it myself. For one thing, I thought the counterforce, or a heroic spirit chosen as a guardian or whatever, wasn't supposed to have a personality unlike a servant. I don't know much about alternate timelines or parallel worlds. I'll just leave that stuff for later. Amakusa, I'm here to cut you down. So at last you realize your role to play, Senji Muramasa. Indeed, the counterforce does reach this far, even though this world is not a singularity. So he's a counterforce servant too, much like, you know, every other version of Emiya who's a servant. That is why you are the one the world chose to summon here. If you remained at your hermitage, wasting your life in peace, I would have left you alone until this world ended. What a fool you are to come this far just to throw your life away. My body has long since surpassed the limits of humanity. It is now equal to that of the heroic spirit swordmasters. You think that pathetic little knife you've got there that can cut me down, Muramasa? You are sorely mistaken. I already knew you were no longer human. I don't care whether you're alive or undead. The only thing you've got inside you now is suffering and anger. You're just a vengeful ghost in human form. You threaten the whole world just by being here. Give that caster a good run for his money. Anu and Tasuke are going to grow up in this world. It's not yours to play around with. Oh, but I will play with it and I'll destroy every Tokugawa in every world in existence. The chronicle theoretical phenomenon, proper humanity, the correct human history. Once I've destroyed this world, I will swallow them up and the rest of your worlds too. Satan calls to me. He guides me. No more talk. It is no use. It's that way. It is no use, none whatsoever. Know what's going on here. I'm disappointed in you, Senji Muramasa. Since the counterforce summoned you, I would have thought you had the means to defeat me. But it seems I overestimated you. Wonderful, now I truly have nothing to fear. You two second-rate heroic spirits are all that stand in my way. Be honored, for I shall bury you my... What? That doesn't even make sense in English. I believe you meant 2 first-rate heroic spirits, 1 first-class master and 1 certified swordsman. You're the sorcerer I've heard so much about. It's about time we met face to face. Eye to eyes, am I right? Tanner's on the scene. That's me. Dab, 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 dab. I see, so Imperio has fallen. That fool, he would have never lost if he had truly embraced Lucifer, the great Satan himself, and devoted himself fully to serving him. I suppose there is only so far a man of Edo can go. In the end, he was nothing more than a Philistine, not even fit to join the rest of the rabble. Philistine? You think a man with swordsmanship like his was a Philistine? That's how you really feel, huh? I guess a snake who crawls in the gutters can never understand how it feels for a bird to soar. Dang, poetic. Even though he chose to side with stagnation, he never let it sully him or lost. It's truly precious. Even though he chose to become an evil Oni, his pride for his swordsmanship never wavered. Calling him a heroic spirit swordmaster says far more about you than it does about him. He was a true master of the sword. He achieved a level that even surpassed my father. So shut your mouth, you damn ghost! You can't even hope to understand how great your Lord Yagyu was. If you truly hated this world, you would just be killing people instead of transforming them into monsters. That's not an act of anger, it's envy. You have no right to speak of things like that anywhere, let alone in a keep built for governing people. I hate his face when he has, like, the teeth upside down. It literally looks like they just flipped the smile. You certainly do yap a lot for someone who disgraced himself at Shimabara. Then I suppose that was a different Musashi. Shinmen Musashi. I see you are every bit the swordsman I heard you were. Most who dedicate themselves to the sword are fools who cast aside everything else to master it. Not you. No ordinary stick-waving swordsman could speak of heaven and earth. Only one who has achieved everything can speak as ultimate truth. You have learned much over your quest to master every martial art and deadly sword stroke. You may be my enemy, but I commend you nonetheless. How truly admirable. Why are you smiling about that? Don't tell me you actually pity me. I do. You could never have faced me if you were aware of what you had done. You called me a ghost, Musashi. I could say exactly the same of you. I have indeed crossed between many worlds, seeking my revenge, and lost my humanity even as I remained human. But the same is true of you. I do not know why you began traveling across worlds, nor do I care. The fact remains that you have lost your humanity as well. You are nothing more than a monster who has no longer the right to call herself human. Surely even you must have realized that no one truly has need of you. Of course not, you are merely a drifter, an unwanted outsider in every world you visit. I can see from your expression that you hope to return to your world someday. That will never happen. But not because you lost sight of your way home, Musashi. Ordinarily, those like us who fall into another world are sent back to our own through each world's innate restorative power. Oh, that's interesting. But in your case, you simply fell into yet another world. That can only mean one thing. You did not lose sight of the way home. Your world as you knew it is gone. You have no home there, no one who remembers you. Your very existence has been erased. That is your true identity, Shinman Musashi. Like me, you are a ghost reviled by the world. I don't know what he's talking about. Thank you, Tanner. Now that you mention it, I guess you and I are like two peas in a pod. Right, it is strange. You can't travel across worlds and still call yourself human. You saying, Lady Musashi? That's not true. That's not true at all. You're the one who said all that matters in the world who choose to be. That's still true whether you have or not a world to return home to. But it is. That's why it isn't bothering me. Doesn't matter one damn bit to me. Doesn't matter, you say? Nope. You may have gone around crossing worlds that I hate, but I do it out of a desire to be free. I do still look for a way back home, but it's not that important. I can stop whenever I want. Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said it didn't really hurt to hear my way back is gone, but that doesn't matter now. Even if the world does see us the same way, that doesn't mean I'm about to let you get away with this. Sorry to go on for so long, Lord Muramasa, Tanner. But don't worry about me. I'm always in good spirits, so let's focus on giving this guy what's coming to him. All the world crossing you've done and the best you can do is an act of evil built upon your grudge and resentment. Not a trace of honor in that. It's going to be our last grand battle. I will cut you down and stop you. Lord Kojiro, Lord Muramasa, and Tanner, my trusted partner from a far-off world. It's the last swordsman duel we'll have to fight. Would you do the honors? Let this final swordmaster duel shobu! See, it's funny, because I didn't even put her in my party. The fact that I don't have to is good. Is really nice. It's actually really, 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 really good. So, here's what we're going to do. Loop him. Oh, it's a grand battle. Cool. Okay, we're going to go like this. Start, and then... Okay, we got some sick beats going on. I should check what his debuff thing is. Revelation, crit rate up. Okay, so yours is immune to mental debuffs. Okay, sure. Let's go. Actually, we can do a full combo with you. Sure. What? That's new. Because all these zeros. Okay, we can do a full mash combo if we wanted, but instead, let's go a little bit of this. I want to try and get multiple noble phantasms, so I have a higher chance of removing his meter, because that's going to be the biggest problem, I think. So Mash is going to get hers. Okay. And if that's... Is that my BB? Bound, huh? Immobile? No Noble Phantasm? Okay, well, we're going to hold off on that then. Instead, let's go... A little bit of this. Yeah, let's get you your meter. Hopefully he doesn't have an instant Noble Phantasm sort of thing. That said, I almost don't even want to do that. Because he has so little HP left, right? So instead, let's do target on you. Do that. And instead, let's spend this turn doing... this to just finish it. Finish the first phase and then do it the next time. Maybe, we'll see. Okay, he has 2 break meters though, so I gotta remember that. The first one was easy. Superiority. Oh, it's... Oh, right. It's this. Is this a sound glitch? Great. I haven't been playing for that long, though. That hurt. Okay. Alright, well. Defense up. I'm gonna get you to heal yourself. Okay. Let's do a heal all. Okay. Now yours does debuff resist, significant damage, and increase noble phantasm gauge. Don't really care about that. So should I go... You know what? Let's do full combos instead. Critical up, C-Star Gather up. Nice. Okay. And this one does remove invincible enchant. Okay, we're gonna hold off from that. So we're gonna then go... Yeah, we'll do this. And then next turn, maybe we'll see about doing the other thing, but we'll see. We'll see how much this does. Yeah, we got the sound glitch. It's fine. It's so weird. It always seems to happen at the end of these game things. I think after this, I'll do a double reset just to be sure, in case there's another phase, because I don't think this is the actual end. They have not showed a Holy Grail yet. Plus, there's more notes. I mean, unless it's just story, which I don't think it will be. Okay. Let's do a shuffle. Okay, so we can do a full combo with you now, which I will do. Let's go. I can do a full... Yeah, let's do a full combo. Let's do this. See how much we do. It is... I know it's multi-hit, but it still does good damage. And guarantees to get rid of that meter, so... The second charge loss is so low anyways, I shouldn't rely on it. Instead, I should focus on dealing that damage. There we go. Those crits hurt. Ow. Don't hit mash again. Oh, no! Bye. Okay, Anderson, guess what? You're here to do what Anderson do best. Rapid casting. Okay, let's try stunning you. Yay! Because I want to get, Oh, that's... So let's use this to get just ridiculous amounts of C-stars for this. Okay, 32, very nice. Now, you can do a big combo, actually, or... We don't have reshuffle again. Okay, that's fine. We could do a big combo with you, so what we can do is let's go the critical up. Let's go... Is this crit up for everyone again? For yourself. No, we don't want that then. Not right now, at least. Okay, let's do this. Should break the next phase. And... Debuff resist down is nice. Is this gonna be enough? Yay! Common compressed noble phantasm strength. Okay. Let's use this on you. I want to, actually. Also heal yourself. Now, is this going to be enough to get your meter? Let's see here. It is! Hooray! We won't probably use that this time, but we'll use that next time for sure. Some sea stars per turn. So we're gonna go. Let's go. Lieben, there. I think we got this. Missed one attack up, but that's okay. And that debuff resist should also increase the chance of a double charge loss too, which is good. If I'm right. Let's see here. Because I don't know if that counts as a mental debuff, but... No, we only got it once. That's okay. Baptism rate, charge gain. Well, oh! You're just gonna keep using that, huh? Well, that's embarrassing for you. Self-modification, let's do critical up. You got like 80, which is pretty dang good. You know what? No, it's okay. This'll hurt, but not enough that I think we'll have to worry. 80, let's hit. Nice, that's the damage I wanted. Now she still has a dodge, so she should be able to dodge that. My BB. No, remove buff. Never mind. Okay, you're out. I mean, you can keep doing that, but why? Okay, my BB's still in. Hammy and Gil. Alright. Let's go. Ooh. Do your gather rate up and do some stupid stuff. Let's go. Will this just be enough to finish it? Yeah, possibly the easiest boss of this entire Singularity. I'm gonna be real. Which makes me think there's gonna be a second phase. Well, he jumped away. Second phase, phase 2. Some random demon god comes out and is like, surprise! I'm the real bad guy. Maybe, I don't know. You foolish little girl, can you not see this is meaningless? Very well, but no more games. Ordinarily, I would not use this spell on the likes of you, but you have pushed my patience to its limits. You said my plan is an act of envy, of resentment. Let me show you firsthand what sort of hell gave birth to that resentment. Lord Muramasa, Lord Musashi, Lord Tanner, get back! Too slow by half, you scoundrels. Far too slow for a would-be guardian or an assassin. Now you shall experience my anguish for yourselves. Oh! Reality Marble, the Hell of Shimabara. That's interesting. Why? Reality Marbles are so cool. Dang. Yeah, it's a lot of fire. What is this place? What is this? It's so dim I can barely see anything. Anywhere I look, it's nothing but haze and fire. You think fire would light it up, but I don't know. Maybe not. This must be a reality marble, an enclosed space that the sorcerer created himself. Can't see any of you, but I can sense your presence. Please stay where you are. This air is highly poisonous. If you aren't careful, mere breath could burn your lungs to ash. Well, it's a good thing I'm here. Negate poison, baby. Damn it, there's nothing here for me to cut. Lady Canon's protection won't help me here. This world is completely closed off. Rather, this is that sorcerer's original world. I may have lost mine, but he must have engraved his world in his soul this whole time. That's why we're seeing a picture scroll of the hell that was Shimabara. I thought it looked familiar. This was your own hell on earth, Shimabara. Indeed. I trust you can hear me, Senju Muramasa. This domain is the very heart of my fury. It does not suffer any living person to survive. What's more, my reality marble has no exit. It is naught but wave upon wave of hellish suffering and resentment. Now, dash yourselves upon its shores like so much foam. Apologize to those of us who suffered here before you break upon its waves. Rejoice and hear the gospel that has appeared before my eyes. Onrado Castle is now fully powered and ready to receive its sacrifice. I can see the sky melting down. It's greater than I could have ever imagined. Beautiful. So this is the end of the world. The gift Lord Satan has bestowed upon me. I have waited so long for this moment. Alas, my endless wandering has been rewarded. It is a miracle that the scenery has finally spread to my reality. No one can stop this now, no one! Your castle's pretty much done, huh? You should have kept that to yourself, sorcerer. Oh, why? What are you doing? Huh? Yo! CG! Wait. Hold up, hold up. Is this what I think it's gonna be? Oh my god. He gets his theme and it's remixed! Oh my god. Why is he not playable? He has a Noble Phantasm theme. Grandpa? Muramasa? That's right. I don't have any idea where any of you are, so just keep your traps shut for a moment. At long last. It's time to do what I was brought here to do in the first place. Think there's nothing any of us can do to stop this now? You're a fool, of course there is. Though I am not Jubei, the invincible swordmaster, though I'm not Hanzo, the great spy master, though I'm not Abe no Seimi, like your so-called caster, though I'm nothing more than a swordsmith, why was it that I was summoned? You could never figure it out, and so you have lost. I once sought to forge the ultimate blade, not one that cuts through flesh, bone, or the living. I sought a blade that terminates enmity, a blade that severs bonds, severs certainty, severs karma. That is to say, to be free of one's fate. Oh my god, it's so cool! Yo! Uncountable years of toil to reach this place, forging thousands of swords to create a barrow of blades. Many paths converge here, enduring desires flow here. Unjust deaths gather here. My whole life has been for this single swing. The heart of the blade is here. Accept this blow from my Sumukari Muramasa. Why is fate the most base thing ever? Sumukari! The sword that emerged from the tail of the Yamato no Orochi in the ancient age of gods. Yo, I got that sword no Kami. Now I see. Mochizuki's Chiyome. Shutendoji. So my Jesuit sorcery was always fated to end this way. Oh! That's a powerful slash. That's a strong slash. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sure. But how? How did your sword reach me from within my reality marble? Because your Onrado Castle shares part of its name with Edo Castle. Haven't you heard? The Demon Blade Muramasa is said to be the Tokugawa's downfall. In the end, your own plot doomed itself. If you hadn't rhymed your own castle's name with theirs, you might have succeeded. Oh my god, what an unbelievably stupid explanation that I love. He went for the dramatic irony, and it killed him. What is this? How could a mere metal blade pierce my heart? It's a kunai. A souvenir from Paraiso. You're going to disappear, along with all the hate and suffering of everyone you turned into a heroic spirit swordmaster. You may look like the Amakusa Shirotoki Sada I know, but you are twisted beyond recognition. It's time for you to die. Apologize to everyone you've wronged. I cannot believe I die. That my great work ends at the hands of a little ninja boy. Urgh! Retribution! Why is fate so good? Well, that's a lot of fire, though. We gotta solve this. The whole place is on fire now, huh? Guess the castle started to fall apart after it died. We're Tanner and Musashi. That must be on the other side of the keep. They'll just have to escape on their own then. I'm sure they'll manage with Musashi around. Kojiro, get the princess and jump clear of the castle down to street level. She'll breathe in too much smoke if you take the stairs. Maybe you can handle it, but a human sure can't. Hurry. Right away. Come on, Lord Muramasa. You need to hurry too. I know. Guess this wraps everything up. Hopefully the others manage to get away. Oh yeah, you're done. Looks like my time has come. Muramasa, that light. Don't tell me your ether is collapsing. I use the Sumukari in the body that isn't divine. Of course, it's going to fall apart. But I did what I was put here to do. Shouldn't be a problem with checking me out a little early, right? With me checking out a little early. No, don't check them out. Can't say I'm going with no regrets, though. I swear, those kids were a handful. Making katana is no different from raising kids. You get a lot of cuts on your hands. An idiot I was, reaching the divine level of swordsmithing back when I was still alive. Why aren't you playable? There's so much reason why. It's so cool. It's the coolest. I cannot believe that is the coolest thing. Oh, yeah, there's still battles. Well, obviously there's one opponent still left. I'm going to hit that restart button on my emulator so that anything going forward is still oakley dokley, artichokely. Oh, did you see my mouse go crazy? There we go. Now we're back in. No, we're not playing League of Angels. Who even plays these games? I'm going to be real. I see these games with like the most generic everything and I'm like, who plays those? Apparently thousands do, but I don't know them. Right? Okay. Like, at least the licensed stuff makes sense, and, like, I get Arknights and Azur Lane, but, like, Forsaken World Gods and Puzzles and Conquest, who plays these? Not I. Okay. Let's hop back in. Oh, that was real good. That was real good. I need him. There's one, like, there's currently one character coming out right away that I will be, you know, why is there no sound now? I hate this glitch. Oh, this is a stupid glitch. I'm going to teach you all how to fix this, okay? Sometimes there's a glitch where the music goes away. Here's what I do. I go back to the main menu. I actually open up my sound settings. I go to my device properties. I go to additional device properties. You won't see this, but I'm telling you. I go to advanced. I turn on allow applications to take exclusive control of this device. Then I turn it off. And then when I go back, there's audio. I don't get it, but it works. Okay. Hey, I got more summons. Let's go do that. Come on, good luck, good luck. Let's see. Okay. Alright, I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Okay. So let's go to... back to the story. I'm almost always going to accidentally click on one of the other ones, and I just got to make sure I don't. Okay, so let's do that. I have to use you. Oh! I think it's a thematic battle. I don't need order change. What's the best one for you? First state, yeah, this is the best one for sure. Okay, let's do this. All right, this is one of those real like crazy ones. So, ouch, it's so hot. Why is the castle on fire? Muramasa and Kotaro must have won. Oh, really? Hey, you're right. The air's normal again. Well, except for the heat. I should have expected Lord Muramasa to swoop in at the last minute and take all the glory. I'd have, that's sure. You should have, I would have put two things there. I'd have liked to be the one to finish the sorcerer off myself, but the important thing is that he's gone. Now, we better get out of here on the double. Why'd everything have to be on fire? I bet the sorcerer must have known the jig was up and decided to go out with a bang or something. Anyway, we need to hurry. Come on, let's... Huh? Someone on the other side of the fire? My apologies, but you cannot use the stairs. Not as long as I'm here. A guardian of the stairs, you say, hmm? You. I could have taken that boy's head clean off just now, but I chose not to. Lord Sorcerer only asked me to kill Shinman Musashi. He said nothing about that boy. Get out of here, Tanner. Don't worry about me. Just go. Musashi? Can't believe I've met two exceptional swordsmen on the same day. Samurai's skill is truly godly. He's at least several times stronger than me. Look at that smug sundowner face. On the other side of the burning flames, the lone swordsman flashed a breezy smile. You know what he looks like. You know his name. This man pursued a single skill to utter perfection. A man who could cut a flying swallow several times in a single stroke. A wielder of a fearsome ultimate technique. A man later generations are not even certain even existed. His name is... I don't know who you are or where you came from. Looks like you got some business with me. Sure you want to do this now amidst this blaze? Don't get out of here soon, we're both goners. Indeed, I don't want to throw my life away. I'm well aware of the situation. Once I've finished with you, I'll quit this place and retire to safety. Beautiful though you may be, I do not intend to perish with you here. Prepare yourself, Lady Musashi. This is nice art. That looks a lot better than the art he has in-game. I can't change your mind about this? Don't have any reason to kill each other, do we? No, we don't. I do have a debt to repay the sorcerer, I believe. But at this point, I believe a simple offering will suffice. There is but one reason for us to fight. We two skilled swordsmen have come face to face. You're right. I take it back. We have all the reason in the world. May have never met before, but I know your name. Looks like my destiny's finally caught up with me. Well, the only thing left to do is to put everything I have into this fight. Thanks for waiting for me, Sasaki Kojiro. I see. So that is my name. Well then, permit me to formally introduce myself. I am the true Sasaki Kojiro. I am the only one swordsman who can wield the laundry drying pole. I prefer the washing pole myself. It at least sounds a little bit, you know, less lame. My apologies. If it is Ganri you desire, it is not to be so today. So is this the true Kojiro? Oh, let's assume that name comes later. You are Kojiro's what matters. Agreed, it matters not who you are, whether you are male or female. As long as you fight with Nintenichi Ryu, you are worth defeating. The path I have traveled has been a solitary one. As a swordsman, it has been my way of life. I have drifted through the rift of history like a phantom, focused solely on perfecting my swallow reversal. I also like the swallow cutting slash. It's another one. Another good name. I mean, different names for the same things, right? I mean, Sasaki Kojiro's technique is so big, it is a move in Pokemon. Like, come on, right? Like, that's huge, right? You don't normally get that because it's just so... It's Pokemon. Pokemon tries not to be Japanese as much as it can. But now here you are, Musashi, a beautiful flower blooming before my eyes. It does not matter where. It does not matter when. The duel itself may be void of meaning or purpose. None of that matters to the two warriors. That is what your intuition tells you. After all, once these two meet... Once Musashi finally encounters Kojiro, There was only one possible outcome. You're right. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's a long one. The time has come. Well, yeah, I guess for him it takes way longer to get out, right? Neither heroic spirit nor sword masters, we are but two creatures that live and die by the sword. It is through this. Oh, they're both together saying this. It is through this, through history's greatest duel, that will prove who we are. It shall be the ultimate duel. So is he the real Kojiro? That would be interesting. And also be a bit of a retcon to some of the stuff in... Oh!
7番勝負最終宮本武蔵セイバー無名我流佐々木小次郎いざ尋常に勝負
Shoutouts to the soundtrack being the best. Holy crap. That's real good stuff right there. I need to get her Noble Phantasm, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be a bit of a retcon from Stay Night, but I don't actually mind that. Sure hit, crit up. Okay, sure hit does not go through invincible, so that's good to know. Let's go one more time, do this. It's the best we can do. Keep trying to get our arts up. Him hitting me is good. We also get a little bit of it from a little bit of stars, which is useful. We're at 50. Vitrify, no effect, crit right up, okay. He's getting crits. Okay. Let's do another one of these. Hold off on my buffs, of course. Okay. Mind's Eye Fake, evade and crit up, that sucks. Now, wait. Does Kojiro's sure hit so we can get rid of defend, but not that. I can break this. I can. Do I want to right now? Because if he uses it again, then we're screwed. Let's pop a heal. This is pure strategic battle right now, really. Let's just do this to get as much as we can right now. Is it one time or is it one turn? One turn, okay. Well, we're getting our meter and stars, okay. Now, yeah, as long as you don't use your skill again, good. Here we go. So we're going to pop on Invincible. We're going to pop on Heavenly Eye. We're going to pop on Double Hit. And we're going to see this new animation, too. And attack up. And we're going to go like this. Let's see what this new animation looks like. Very rare. You don't get NPCs get their animation updates. It's like barely changed. Not enough to make me... I wouldn't even notice, so... And that's it. Bye. Game. Sounds good. That was fast. That was definitely a thematic battle over a difficulty battle. Okay. Yeah, way more thematic. As their blades crashed, or clashed, either way, their power and technique seemed evenly matched. No, not only that, their skills had now surpassed everything. Time, space, existence, essence. Each was the other's perfect mirror image. One, the Zero Sword, attempting to surpass Munasai's Peerless One, the culmination of a life spent pursuing a single answer. Faced with untold options, it carefully evaluates, crushes, and discards each of them. A finite skill that only arrives at a single correct answer. A blade that shaves existence down to a single possibility, the ultimate extreme remaining only as a something. That is Musashi Zero, a sword designed to bring about an unescapable end, even against gods or the Buddha. The other, a sword that becomes one with the endlessness, a path that accepts countless possibilities. Ordinarily, given the limits of time and space, only a single slash can be made at a given moment. His sword accepts that and at the same time creates many other answers, a sword of infinity. Oh, we're doing Zero versus Infinity, huh? A strike that pushes its existence to the ultimate transparency, only to still have something to hold on to. That is Kojiro's Swallow Reversal, a sword designed to create a future that not even the gods nor the Buddha could evade. Oh! Oh, we created a singularity. The realm of the infinite. Or alternatively, the realm of nothingness. Here there is no time, no space, no fate, no good, and no evil. It is devoid of thought or feeling, a place that only those who have achieved true mastery with their blades can reach. Or alternatively, it is a dream, a vision of hell that all villains see before they die. Musashi, Kojiro, oh, they're fighting in the void beyond time and space. That's way crazier of an ending than I expected to get. Their swords cross but for a moment, yet in that moment, infinite possibilities play out. How long will they stay here alone attempting to kill each other? The duel seems as though it will continue forever with no end in sight. This is not a world. It is neither a chronicle theoretical phenomenon nor a pruning theoretical phenomenon. It is something beyond even the rift of reality and dreams. An impossible domain where infinity and zero clash endlessly. And yet, there is another one here who observes them. You. You bear witness to their duel. You will see how this miraculous, once-in-a-lifetime battle ends. In this clash between fighters, there can only be one victor. So who will you watch? Who is the swordsman you will stand beside as they bask in their victory? Who will it be? Who is it you hold in your gaze? Oh yeah, I'm glad there's not even an option, because it's gotta be Musashi. And it is decided. As you watch over them in this instant, the Zero sword shall defeat the Infinite sword. Tell them, though their encounter was like fate itself, tell them it is time to say goodbye. It's over. The winner is Shinmen Musashi Harunobu. That went way harder than I expected. In twice over now. Oh, what a wonderfully fulfilling time that was. I hope you feel the same, Shinmen Musashi Harunobu. Now that I have finally experienced this, I think we'll go on ahead. Or perhaps I will disappear into a rift that I shall never see the light of day and be done with it. Although the chronicle theoretical phenomenon, was it? If there is someone in the throne of heroes, even just one man who resembles me, I wish I could share this experience with him. Farewell, Musashi, indeed the most heavenly flower I've ever known. Meanwhile, the level 50 Sasaki Kojiro in my inventory just goes, whoa, that was crazy. Hi, Musashi, please be alive? Oh, you are? I must have lost consciousness, so I guess that means that swordsman is gone. It's okay, you don't have to say anything. I know he's gone. If he was still alive, he'd be here smiling as he watched me sleep. That's what Sasaki Kojiro's like as a swordsman, huh? Looks like the flames are getting pretty close, Tanner. Hey, can you not die here, please? Thank you. You inspired me to try fighting for what was right. In the end, it looks like I'm going to die by the sword. I guess. It does sound like me. Since when have you been one to just give up? Sorry, I apologize. I don't know what I was thinking, fighting a duel in a castle going up in flames. Now here I am without the strength to run away. What a fool I am. Can't I pop a skill? Just pop it open again? I used the Rain of Isis. Isn't there one of those that's a healer? I know. Just this morning when I was looking up at the sky, I decided I'd accept whatever happened to me. Thought if it helped me reach the void, Zero, I would try doing something I usually don't. Even if I embarrassed myself and people pointed and laughed at me, give it my all and see where it led. Of course, I didn't think everything would go this perfectly overnight. Or that someone would be here with me through it all. Never thought things would turn out like this. I guess you've been watching over me right to the end now, huh? So... this is the least I can do to pay you back. What did you do? What, did you just yeet me off there? Did she just fling me out the castle? Farewell. Thank you, Tanner. I sure hope someone catches me. Lord Tanner, why did you jump off the keep? Thank goodness, I just barely caught you. If I hadn't been there. Musashi's still in there, though. What? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough. You'll be okay, right? Sure Kojiro or Muramasa will catch you. Oh, with a smile on her face? Guess this is the end of my journey. I reached 0. Finally managed to achieve what I've been working for all my life. Once I've found it, that's it. Now that I've reached the 0 state, nothing left for me but to do. Besides, my own world is long gone. This has all been a wonderful yet fragile dream. I have no regrets. Well, maybe I don't love that I'm going to go out watching a fire. Some even greedier than I thought. If I had my choice, I'd want the last thing I ever see be the big, beautiful blue sky. Oh, is it gonna burst open and there will be a blue sky above them? No, it's clearly night. What a remarkably cinematic ending that, again, more cinematic than almost anything else in the game, which is wild that it's in this random side chapter. No battles, huh? And yet, only a Saint Quartz. That's worrying. Confusing, even. I might have to break this up into multiple parts. Sounds like a hawk is crying out somewhere in the distance. So are we going to learn who this was now? Distinguished Elder. Surely it is too soon for you to coop yourself up here in the Reigando. See that you are fairly withered, but you cannot be older than 60 at most. Seems my destiny has finally arrived. You're late. Very sorry, but I'm glad to see I am not too late. You're well past too late. I can feel death reaching out for me even now. It's reached the point where I'm thinking about my mother. Back on your mother? You're a deal more soft-hearted than I had thought, Lord Shinman Musashi. Yeah, that's what I thought. You watch your mouth. At any rate, it's good of you to finally come. I've been waiting for you so long. I never thought you'd be the one to keep me waiting. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I cannot rid myself of my regret. Look, these hands of mine can no longer hold 2 swords. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Please forgive me. There's nothing to forgive. Please hold your head high, distinguished elder. This is interesting that they are like this together. I must say, you have chosen a wonderful hermitage, completely cut off from all the outside world's din. Were I to live a long life and grow old in peace, I believe I would choose just a place as this little shrine for my last days. It's so quiet and peaceful. There's no hustle and bustle of the town to be heard, only the slow passage of time. That sounds like hell to me. I see you've reached a state quite unlike the one I attained. Of all the things I thought you might say, praising my final resting place certainly wasn't one of them. You're terrible at giving compliments. Here there is no time, no space, no fate, no good... Oh, is this like a physical representation of the void of nothingness? Iori's all grown up. He's carrying on for Mikinosuke admirably. I think he was a chief retainer for the daimyo, last I heard. I am going to die. That's why I've been waiting for you, my destiny. I must say, though, I've never seen such a handsome swordsman before. Looked like a cool summer breeze made flesh and blood. Your swordsmanship must be beautiful to behold, my Destiny? Really? That's an awkward nickname, old man. Beautiful, you say? You're my superior in the art of giving compliments by far. I'm but a simple eccentric. All I ever did was hide away in the mountains and spend all my days swinging my sword at birds specifically. Maybe an eccentric swordman, but I'm a far cry from a sword master like you. Sword master, eh? Is that what people call me? And now that you mention it, I suppose I ran into a few of them myself at some point. Still, master is an exaggeration. I'm nothing more than a washed-up old man. Exaggeration? You are the Shinmin Musashi. Will certainly leave behind more than enough legends to earn the title of master. Miyamoto Musashi, Shinmin Musashi. There's not a swordsman alive who does not yearn to be you, and I have no doubt there will be many more to follow your footsteps. Become a legend. Sure of that much, if nothing else. Legend, eh? I'm just an old man. I was wild and crazy in my youth, but in my old age I tend to act a little wiser. But as you can see, in the end, I'm still just a shriveled-up old man dying alone. Still, I suppose there are one or two people who reached out to me. There was the old monk who never met a lecture he didn't like, and a young man and woman who followed me around sometimes. Most people are why I'm still alive today. No one can survive on their own after... Wait a sec, is this gonna be what I think it's gonna be? No. We'll see. Of course, by that time I was all alone. At any rate, that's all I had to say. Sorry to subject you to an old man's grumbling. I believe you're slightly off the mark there, distinguished elder. As you said, you raised Miyamoto Iori to be a fine young man, and you are leaving behind the Nitenichi Ryu as your legacy. Maybe alone here in Reigandu now, stories of your life will continue to spread well after your death. Now that I've finally experienced this, I think it will go on ahead. All I have is my body and my techniques. Once I die, they'll both be dust in the wind. Stop that. Now you're the one sounding like an old man. I don't want you looking so forlorn. You gave yourself far too little credit. You are a refined swordsman. You're the embodiment of the wind and are more than worthy of being called my rival. A duel was not to be in this life, but perhaps someday, in a different time and place, if only this were hell, then I could devour Oni flesh. Stand and take up my blades. Worry not, there is no time to mourn our unrealized duel. What? I did duel Musashi only moments ago. I saw for myself what Nitenichi Ryu was capable of. Oh, I must have lost consciousness, so I guess this means that swordsman is gone. Shinmin Musashi did indeed appear before me and reach 0. I assure you that is the truth. I see. Then I shall take your word for it. I see, so Musashi did reach the void and came to know 0. That is good to hear, Sasaki Kojiro, my destiny. Very good to hear indeed. Just what I needed. Put my soul at peace. Okay, I was honestly believing that this was going to be a flash forward, and that it was Tosuke. Tosuke was the real Musashi, but that makes no sense because timelines. Farewell, Musashi. Farewell, Shinmin Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu. Farewell, my greatest rivals. I am grateful we had the chance to meet, even as we were never meant to. You saw an old man die. You get 1 piece of premium currency. Castleton. Oh. See you again someday. A flower at the apex of heaven. Oh, I like that. No battles and we get... Oh, is this just going to be a nice little denouement? See you again someday. A flower at the apex of heaven. So is she dead? There's no way. I literally see her in Hawaii. I'm looking up at the sky even though I no longer have eyes to look or a head to think. I wonder how this is possible. I can feel it. This kind of big blue sky I love is right there above me. There I see it. It's beautiful, so nice. So wait, is it just beautiful or just nice? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm feeling really good right now, so I'm just gonna go with beautiful. Sunlight, the breeze, it's all perfect. It makes me want to spill everything I've been keeping to myself. Like what happened when I first came here to Shimousa? When those creatures first showed up after I met Inoue and Tosuke, if I'd been all alone, if Inoue, Tosuke, and you hadn't been there, I probably would have just run away. Heck, I might not even have stopped until I reached Ito or Ichigo. That's me, Miyamoto Musashi, who's always wandering from place to place. I'm nothing like the good guys in fairy tales who always do what's right. If anything, I'm closer to being a miscreant or a villain. Or if I see something unfair happening right in front of me, or a bunch of people are about to get slaughtered, then I'm compelled to do something about it. But then scrambling to deal with the fallout after you get caught up in trouble, well, a lot different from fighting over and over like this. I've never done that before. I love my life, going wherever the wind takes me, with nothing but Lady Canon's protection. But you know, Tanner, I didn't dislike the constant fighting I did with you in Shimousa. If anything, I really liked it. After all, you say we do this to survive, but it isn't that big of a deal. When I fought alongside you, I think I was a swordsman who really fought for what's right. Someone who stood up to those with power, helped those too weak to fight for themselves. I think it was your bravery that showed me the way. Without you, I'd never have made it through Shimousa. It was wonderful. I had so much fun. It was way better than lying down watching the sky go by. I never imagined I'd get to experience so many wonderful things all at once. And not to mention that in the end, I got to face off with my fated rival. A one-on-one duel with an incredible samurai. A fighter whose origin is the opposite of mine, whose sword contained infinite possibilities. I can't thank you enough, Tanner. I finally encountered my destiny. It was here that I reached the void and obtained my Zero Sword. More than I could have ever hoped for. I only have 2 regrets. Yeah, just 2. First, I regret that I never got to eat lunch at Grandpa Muramasa's hermitage. Second, udon. Udon! In the end, I never got to try Shimousa's udon, not even once. But those things aside, everything else was perfect. I made it to the end. Gave it everything I had. Really pulled it off, Tanner. I wish I could tell you how grateful I am just one more time. The bottom of my heart. I'm so glad I met you. How's she gonna come back to life then? Because she has to. Thank you so much, Lord Tanner. I'm sorry I can't repay your kindness in the way you deserve. Since the castle was destroyed, I'm afraid this is the only kind of place we can meet. On behalf of my father and the townspeople, you have our utmost gratitude. Yes, that's right. We will rebuild the castle later after we've taken care of the town. It may never be quite like it was before, but I still want to bring the Toke Castle town back to the point where it can be considered a second Edo. Yes. I don't know if it will make a good offering to those who lost their lives, but I hope to do my best all the same. I'll make sure it's done, even if I have to open up all my coffers to do it. I was originally planning to return to Edo myself. I know how to clean up after a fire, so I should be able to help out. Of course, now that my establishment is ruined, I don't know where I can ply my trade. And what about an emergency meal station? The area managed to escape relatively unscathed, but it's a disaster zone near the castle. What do you say? I'm sure the laborers and builders would be thrilled. What? I only just finished babysitting. Don't you think it would be better to ask someone with a little more muscle to help out with things like that? Say, come to think of it, where's Musashi anyway? I haven't seen Muramasa since that night either. Do you know where they are now? They've gone to the great beyond. I'm afraid not, Master. The only one here with a sure connection to Chaldea. I doubt Lord Muramasa's spirit origin will be registered. You're back to normal, too. You depowered. Borrow Lord Holmes' expression, this is the rift between dreams and reality. This world may indeed exist, but also lies on the border between fantasy and illusion. I doubt the events that took place here will have any effect on human history whatsoever. I suppose you could say that none of this will affect our world, but I still think it's better to say none of this can affect our world. Saying we can never return here. Right, we will never be able to set foot in this Shimousa again. You mean you're leaving, mister? I thought you were going to come back to Grandpa's hermitage with us. I don't think we can. Really? No, what will I do then? Don't go. Grandpa's gone away and now you and Kojiro are leaving too? Sorry, there's nothing we can do about it, so... afraid I don't know what to say. I don't blame you for being surprised. I know this is all very sudden, but... think about it like this. From now on, you two can choose where you want to go for yourselves. That's not a good idea to tell a 6-year-old. That's not good. If you like, you can stay here in town and ask the princess or Lady Otama for help whenever you need it. We've already talked to them and they agreed. Or you can go back to the hermitage. I have no doubt that Lord Muramasa left you a nice nest egg. For my part, I would recommend the former first. Connections are important after all. I know you'll miss everyone, but I'm sure Lord Muramasa wouldn't want to see you so dispirited like this, so please hold your head high. Okay, you're right. Grandpa always said he was going to go away someday, but I still miss him. I hope I can go back to the lavatory by myself at night. Oh, this is really sad. But I'll deal with it. I have to. Because when I grow up, I want to be a samurai, just like Musashi. I'm gonna be a big and strong and beautiful, just like her. That sounds great, and Lord Tosuke certainly seems to approve. Plus, Lord Muramasa did say that traveling like Lady Musashi wasn't a bad idea. That's true, he did. Yep. That is a destroyed castle. Blue sky spread out above me. Looked up at the burned out remains of Tokay Castle. Onredo Castle collapsed, and now only the wreckage of the old Tokay Castle remains. Neither the castle walls with the creepy heartbeat, nor the pillars were anywhere to be found. All the monster outbreaks were gone for good. Work on the castle's reconstruction had already begun. In fact, the area was been filled with people coming and going just a few moments ago. I helped out a little, but I don't think I'll be able to stick around to the end. In Chaldea's last transmission, they said that the race shift should start in less than an hour. So this is the last time I'll ever come here. I haven't heard anything about any victims being found in the wreckage. There were no survivors, nor there were any casualties. Everyone who was in the castle after the Admiralty broke out had been deemed missing, along with everyone who went into the castle after it transformed. There was a breeze. A light, gentle breeze that seemed to leave as quickly as it arrived. Thinking I just heard something, I turn around. I see something glinting off in the distance. Desperately pour through the wreckage until all of a sudden, there it is. Oh, it's her eye patch. Nope, the Katana Suba, the blade guard. No, wait, this is what she had it on when... Yo, did she... Oh, she put it on her eye. That's even cooler. That's even cooler now that I know that. Oh. Curse you, curse you, curse you. They're dead, dead, dead. Every blade I assembled here in Shimousa, all dead and gone. The 7 heroic spirit swordmasters are finished. Shinmin Musashi and the master of Chaldea finished us all off. After all those screaming, anguished souls, after 5 knights, 1 human, and 1 puppet gave their lives and killed countless others, the world remains unchanged. Life's struggle, its thirst is so bright I can barely stand it. Heavy sigh. This is what a fate worse than death feels like. Curse you, I won't be satisfied with just my entrails on a plate. I shall burn off all trace of reason and rob myself of my sanity. Curse you. Could laugh an overwhelming loss like that. No, wait. Well done on your victory, humanity. What? His figure was that of a carnivorous beast. His voice was like the ghost of an evil king. But the caster of Limbo was supposed to be dead. Wrong, wrong. Such a creature could never be the hollow vessel of a spirit origin, one of the 7 knights destined to save the world. No, this creature has consumed gods. What? Its purpose is to tear gods asunder, to make their flesh his own. He has taken in the dark god as his own personal son and transformed the wicked god into his own magical energy. An ego that sprung forth, driven by a powerful being, the demon's core brims with evil and malice. Indeed, his true name is not Abi no Seimei at all, it is Ashiya Domin, a monk turned Onmyoji, said to be Abi no Seimei's greatest enemy, who tried to overthrow the city government together with Fujiwara no Akamitsu. Is this meant to mean anything to me? An unabashed flower of evil, a voracious, carnivorous beast. Ah, people, poor scared people who have continually fended off dreadful things, you must not drop your guard. Fear the curtain of night, tremble before the dark sun. The world is laden with the roots of evil. I am truly mortified, but I may have failed to materialize in Chaldea, but I believe I left behind some good sample data. And above all, I finally... Oh! Found lost history. A missing belt. A lost belt. Why am I getting a call from Ape Automotive Service? I don't go to an automotive. I'm gonna let that go through. No, I'm gonna pick it up. One sec. It was a wrong number. So, a missing belt, or you could say a lost belt. They probably changed the name after. This Shimousa was always this twisted. A pruning theoretical phenomenon. So this is definitely the reason why people told me to play this one, because if we're talking about lost belts, well, here's where they first said it. A destroyed world in an alternate timeline that managed to survive? No, that is not right. A parallel world, close but not quite. This is something else. The Shimousa is part of human history without being part of human history. It is another world observed by the god of a distant star. A world resembling a singularity, yet not one. What do you think, Lord Satan? Don't you find this fascinating? That was only supposed to be a temporary name, but it was just so ridiculous. I mean, Satan of all things? It was only supposed to be a joke, but then who are you talking about? Then the Lord Sorcerer seemed to take quite a liking to it. Well, he is Christian. Nevertheless, I admit I took the joke too far. Please accept my heartfelt apology, my beloved Lord. Oh, that's scary. A name you can't even pronounce. Wow, okay. No one must hear that name. So for the moment, I will not permit these terrible sounds to reach anyone's ears. For that name is a great curse upon the entire world. Oh, it's a Voldemort. Okay. Okay, now for the actual ending, which is weird that they broke it up, considering I don't see the point, but sure. Also, this is gonna have to be 2 videos. Oh, we're back already. Wow, okay, so it's like gonna be just the ending. Welcome back, Senpai. I'm so glad you're safe and sound. You must be exhausted. Oh, it's been ages since I've been here. It's good to have you back too, Senpai. Kojiro got here ahead of you, and he filled us in on all the details we couldn't discuss during our transmission. Now we know that, even though you've been asleep this whole time, you were still fighting to help others. And to help us. Thank you, Senpai. I can't wait to hear all about your adventures. Caldea's library probably doesn't have any record of these events, but I'll be sure to make one myself. We still don't know the real identity of this Satan the heroic spirit swordmasters mentioned, whether it was actually Satan or something else entirely. And above all, the things you experience in your dreamland adventure are very valuable. Even a normal race shift is a great feat in and of itself, but projecting your consciousness into a pseudo-body through a dream? And then encountering a world crosser on top of that? It was one mind-blower after another. I'm going to thoroughly debrief you, so make sure you're ready for that. But first, you should go get plenty of rest. Your body may have technically been asleep, but your mind was fully active the entire time. So please, take your time and rest up. There's no rush. I am kind of tired. Oh, hi. What's all the fuss in here? Oh, you finally woke up. My, that's wonderful to hear, but Master, I'm a little worried. Don't you think you've slept a bit too much? Can we run? Don't you hear? Master up and wandered off somewhere while he was dreaming. Oh my, it seems there was an irritating little fly buzzing around in here. How dreadfully unpleasant. I heard Master finally woke up. Hey, move aside. Don't you know better than to stand around blocking doorways? Oh, my apologies. I simply didn't notice. I'm just poking my head in since my tails are too big to fit. Hi, you're finally awake, Master. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but welcome back all the same, Anshin. Anshin? Okay, right, yes, I know why. I've been looking forward to hear what you've been up to. I think we'd like to hear that. Oh, I know. Since we're all here, why don't we throw a little banquet to welcome Master Why are you all here? Lots of alcohol. Stuff happens and you can't take it back. Yes, that sounds like a great idea. I'm sorry, everyone, but Senpai really needs his rest. It's good to be back, everyone. You know what else is good? To get 10 Saint Quartz for beating it. Hey, dude. I see you've returned. I have nothing more to say. You fought a difficult battle in the Rift and came home to Chaldea. Hi, Mr. Missionary. I didn't know who that was. Or I don't know. Didn't that girl tell you numerous times you need rest? Oh yes, before you go to sleep, check your desk. Okay. Sure. What's on my desk? Let's see. Get the lights on. It's, or not, we're in the dark. A Chaldean Comms Mystic Code. Wonder if someone forgot it. Maybe Monte Cristo put it here on purpose. My head is so foggy I can't think of who it could be. I'm not sleepy at all, but my head feels sluggish. How exactly am I supposed to rest up anyway? It feels like it'd be weird to go back to sleep. Just as I was thinking that, the Mystic Code sprang to life. Gave off a quiet beep and then... Ah, there she is, Musashi, and you fixed your eye? What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost. Just kidding. Sorry if that was in poor taste. Let me see. I think he called this a video recording. Oh, okay. Remember that missionary we met in Tokei Castletown? Well, someone who looks just like him told me to record this before I left on my journey. Well, to put it bluntly, I died. At least I thought I did, but the next time I woke up, there was this blue sky. And from there, I crossed over to some new worlds and kept going on my journey. After several crossings, I arrived at Chaldea. Well, actually, just outside Chaldea. It was freezing! Anyway, I ran into the missionary look-alike after that, and here we are. I'd tell you not to worry about me, but I guess it's kind of impossible, huh? Okay, remember that guy we talked to on your comms device thingy a while back, Holmes, the detective? He said I'm a heroic spirit who materialized here thanks to a Chaldea summoning spell. Basically, now that we made a connection, my spirit origin got added as a heroic spirit after I died. So he said it's no surprise I can be summoned at Chaldea now. I think he also said that now I'm a servant. I've automatically forged a contract with you as my master. Oh, and he also said he found it strange that a what-if heroic spirit who ordinarily shouldn't exist could be summoned with a Chaldea summoning spell. To be honest, I don't really understand any of this very well myself, but I think I'm probably not the same Musashi you fought alongside in Shimousa. I'm more like a shadow of that Musashi, so I may not be the person you know, but I'm still me, a woman who loves to travel wherever the wind takes her. Anyway, I wish I could see you again. But by the time you watch this, I most likely won't be in Chaldea anymore. After all, it's a whole new world out here, and I want to explore. Plus, I have to try 21st century udon. But I promise you this, if you ever need my help again, I'll move heaven and earth to find you. Especially since it looks like we've made a pretty strong bond now. Well, anyway, there you have it. See you again someday, Master. Huh. I mean, the fact that I could summon her, I kind of expected that. Yay! Let's get a screenshot. Absolute victory. Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha, Donkey Kong. Take a screenshot. Do I get just one for doing it? Sure. Someone found a holy grail. We got one. And hey, guess what? We got... Yeah! 10 more Saint Quartz. We now have 136. That is enough for 4 summons, which is good, because we're going to hold on to that for the rate up of my girl, who is coming tomorrow evening, right? So let's see here. So, summon... Let's see. Are they just all on pickup, or does the day change? It just seems like they're all on pickup, which I will love. Featured servants, increased drop rate. Full list of them. Each one is guaranteed 1. Okay, so you are guaranteed both of those. A 4-star above card and 1 3-star above servant. The guaranteed 4-star can be either of them. Okay, so that's what it is. Got it. Yeah, we're going to get that and also power up some of you while we're here. You I don't need. That's the one I don't need, but you I want. You I'd like extras of, and you I need just 1 copy of. Just 1. And then there's also the new outfit, which when it gets added, I will definitely use. Because this is still for another 82 days, and apparently I can get them from the lottery there, so I will use that. Alright guys, thank you for watching! Next time, the Christmas